Beautiful souls, it's Karen at Soul Magic 99, and today we're here with a reading. How does your divine masculine see the energies of your connection? And I just want to say a big shout out to Sister Moon Tarot for this lovely deck that she sent me, Energies of Your Connection. So I'm basing the reading around this. So we're just going to pick up on 3 different energies. So we've got pile 1, got this quartz wand, pile 2 and pile 3. So pick your pile or pick your crystal and we'll get on with your messages. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone for watching my channel, for liking, sharing, subscribing and commenting. I've put announcements now. You're probably aware I've started a Patreon page. This is mainly going to be for 18 plus content because it's getting more problematic to do this on YouTube, and I know a lot of you enjoy those videos, so I'm going to put them on Patreon. The cheapest membership is only $3, and then there's a $5, and then there's a VIP joining fee of £15, and you know, for that you get a free reading every 2 months plus other benefits. So check that out. I'll leave the details below. So pile 1, you chose this. I think this is a rose quartz wand. So what are the energies of your connection? So we have star-crossed lovers, getting off the ground, opening the door, and new beginnings. So that looks very positive for this pile. You know, obviously you could have been star-crossed lovers or are star-crossed lovers, you know, come together and, you know, you're apart and, you know, it doesn't seem to quite work out. And then we've got getting off the ground. So I do feel maybe there's going to be a new beginning because we've got new beginning as well here. And opening the door. So opening the door to a new relationship, a new beginning, getting a relationship off the ground. So this is what the overlying energies are, okay, for this pile. So let's get some tarot. We've got 8 of Wands, Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, Page of Pentacles, High Priestess, 5 of Cups, and the 2 of Swords. So definitely with the 8 of Wands, I think there's going to be quick movement forward. I do feel your masculine sees you as the Queen of Wands. He sees you as somebody sexy, independent, you know, someone who's quite attractive to many people, someone who would be very desirable. But you may have come across as the Queen of Swords recently because of what's gone down. You know, he might have felt this Queen of Swords energy from you where you felt quite defensive, or maybe you'd made some quite cutting, sharp comments to him and he didn't feel that you was approachable. But there is an offer. We've got Page of Pentacles. There's some sort of offer coming forward, and he does see you as the High Priestess. He sees you as somebody very spiritual, very mystical, you know, someone who is a step above other women that he's known. Just adjust that. And then we've got the 5 of Cups. So there's been a lot of upsets and disappointments in this connection. And then we've got the 2 of Swords. So he's making that decision right now about, you know, coming forward. And if you are sending out that Queen of Swords energy, try and soften your energy into more of the Queen of Wands energy, to be more open, more receptive to an offer that's going to come through. And it's, you know, quite fast moving energy. I feel that a new beginning is going to get off the ground. So what else have we got? Admires. So he very much admires his feminine, he really does. He may not have been in touch with you, but from a distance he's very much admiring you. And he wants to go in a new direction with you, you know, to move forward in a new direction from where you've been. And he's awakening at this time. He is awakening to the truth of things and the truth of this connection. And he's having that understanding of what this is all about, and he's trying to get his head around it right now. And he's working on his self-worth at this time. He's building up his self-esteem. Because I do feel he had issues with self-worth, okay, lack of confidence. And he's thinking about those times you shared together, those memories, whether they weren't very many memories, but he has very fond memories of those times. And he's also probably doing inner child work right now as well. He's got some wounding that he needs to heal, so he's working on that right now. So what else? Yeah, he knows he's got choices, but he's not sure which direction he wants to go in at this time. He's been focusing on his work because he didn't want to get in touch with his feelings. It was too painful for him, but I do feel he's opening up more to his feelings. There could have been a third party or a karmic tie or karmic situation that he had to deal with, okay, so he's been working on these issues. And yeah, he's going through dark night of the soul. There's karma he's had to deal with, and he's had to move through this darkness and acknowledge the shadow side of himself. But he does want to meet up with you. We've got the Eight of Wands and we've got an offer on the table. And whether it leads to intimacy, obviously, is up to you. But that's very much on his mind, I feel. Yeah, so you've had quite a time apart, which has been needed, you know, to work on your own healing and issues. And he was wearing a false mask when he first got together with you. He had feelings which he didn't disclose to you, really. And yeah, you're going to get a message out of the blue, so that's, you know, confirmation really that you are going to hear from him. And I think he's been very affected by the moon. We've got another full moon coming up, not this week, next week, I think. And this could be a pivotal moment because we've got the Lion's Gate coming up as well on the 8th of August, which is a very powerful portal. So things could be changing a lot then. And yeah, he does see you as spellbound lover to me. We had star-crossed lovers as well. So definitely this deep soul connection. So what does he want to say? I miss your kisses and the way you looked into my eyes. There is a mystery to you. I want to discover you. Have you dated other people since we last met? I'm curious. Did you connect to them the way we connected? Do you feel my heartbeat in the silence? Do you feel my kisses on your lips? My breath on your neck as you sleep, my love? Every night when I go to bed, I tell you I love you in the 5D, and I want it to be in the 3D. My head says no to this connection, but my heart, body and soul says yes, yes, yes. It just feels like destiny. The fact that we met is a miracle to me, considering our differences and our backgrounds. I did not understand our connection. I tried to deny it over and over again. I'm finding it difficult to forgive myself for the way I treated you. So yeah, he's realised, you know, he's made mistakes. He may have said or done things that were hurtful. So let's just get some final messages for you. Final couple of messages. I was foolish to ignore you. Just when I was ready to reply, you got angry, and then I didn't know how to respond. So that, like, we've got the Queen of Swords energy there. I want to love you in a way no one else ever has. You're my galaxy of stars, and I only wish for you. I'm feeling inadequate right now, and I need to improve myself to be someone you can respect and rely on. So yeah, we saw that, didn't we? He's working on his self-worth at this time, so he had issues with his self-worth. So there are your messages, pile 1. I hope they resonated. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Hello, pile 3. You chose this quartz. So what are the energies? How does your DM see your energies of this connection? So we have Hang the Moon, Lovebirds, Spring, Love Offer, and Ready for Adventure. So yeah, definitely sees you two as lovebirds, Maybe springtime is significant in a way. I'm not saying it won't be till next spring. It could be something that happened in the springtime just gone, and he's realised that he does love you and he's ready for an adventure in love, basically. So let's see what the tarot says. Yeah, 3 of Swords, 5 of Wands, 5 of Cups, the Hanged Man, Judgment, 7 of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, it's been definite heartbreak in this connection. You know, this could be both of you, I feel, you know, both heartbroken over this connection. There was a lot of conflict, disagreements, disharmony, for whatever reason. You weren't on the same page, basically. And, you know, this feeling of loss and upset over this connection, you know, this sadness, this loss. And I feel at the moment that you're both in the hangman energy. You're both pausing, you're doing your healing work, you're reflecting on what's happened in the past before you make any moves forward. But your masculine wants judgment on this situation. He wants things to work out in balance for the pair of you, because he knows he made a mistake, you know, walking away from this connection. And, you know, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, so he's making his way towards you. He's got no shoes on. So he's not hurrying, because he's still doing his work, he's still doing his healing work, but he is making his way slowly back towards you. Okay, because we saw that in those other cards. He wants to make that love offer. You know, he feels your lovebirds and he's ready for an adventure with you. So he's making his way back. So just have patience with him while he does his work, and you're hopefully doing your healing work. Third party. So there could have been a third party. You know, there could have been another person. Either your masculine or yourself was involved with somebody else at the time. Or it could have been some other situation that he was dealing with. You know, it could have been a work situation, a family situation. Something that got in the way of the connection. Yeah, like I said, you're on pause at the moment. You know, we've got the hangman. So there's a pause in this connection, but that's not always a bad thing while you do your healing work. And then we've got tribe. So maybe you or your person have discovered a tribe. They've found some people that they connect with in a soul connection way, that are helping them on their journey, assisting you, you know, being there, supporting you on your journey, you know, for this, hopefully this reconnection at some point. Yeah, and there's a purge, you know, there's deep-seated emotions that have to be released and healed before you can both move on in a healed way together. And he connects with you in the 5D. You connect together there. You're building your connection in the 5D. You know, you're connecting from your heart space, from your sacral, and from your third eye. You know, you're connecting there. You're having that intimacy there. You're building that bond together in the 5D. Because I think your masculine has abandonment issues. This could be going back to childhood and he's working on these issues. Or this could be to do with a failed relationship, you know, in his life, in an adult relationship where he felt he was abandoned. And so he's really got serious trust issues there about committing to anyone else, whether they can be trusted, because the person he trusted let him down very badly. Yeah, so he's got a lot going on in his head at the moment. He's on overdrive, there's a lot going on, and he needs to get out of his head space and into his heart space, really. But he wants you to know his feelings are as deep as the ocean for you. So he's realised how deep these feelings go. And he's been going within, he's working on his self-worth at this time, because when he was rejected by the other person or abandoned, it's really affected his self-love, his self-esteem. It's made him feel unworthy of love. But he knows this connection he has with you is truly amazing. You know, he feels it in his soul, and he connects with you, as you know, on the 5D. So what else have we got? Yeah, he's aware now of what's going on, deep realisation, and his heart is starting to open, so that's very positive. He's had challenges in life. He could have been going through divorce. Obviously, it's different for everyone. A bereavement, family issues, financial problems, sleepless nights, dark night of the soul, basically. So all these issues have to be dealt with. But he's missing you, wants to meet up, wants a proper relationship. You know, maybe before he wasn't ready for that, but he does now, because we saw that here. Wants to make a love offer there. He's doing his healing, you know, his inner child work, he's nurturing and comforting himself and working on forgiveness of those who didn't, you know, provide that for him. And his heart wasn't open when he was with his feminine. She expressed a desire for more, but he wasn't ready to that. He was still holding on to past hurts. So they agreed to just be friends, but he's moving on from that now. He's working on himself. He wants the feminine to know that she is his fantasy. He cannot stop thinking about her, longing for her and desiring her all the time. Yeah, I cannot stop thinking about you. Longing, desires, you are my fantasy, baby. So yeah, deep desires for his feminine. So what does he want to say? So we are very different, that is the point, and part of the attraction between us. It's what is in our heart that counts, not the way we look or how much we earn. I know we have known each other before and shared many lifetimes. Have you felt this? So if things do not work out, I know we'll meet again, and I'd rather it be now, as that is where my focus is. It's like the essence of you is forever with me. I try to detach to stop thinking of you. I use distance and lack of communication to try to disconnect, but you overtake my brain and heart. The first time we had sex, I wanted to make you mine there and then. I wanted to make love again and again, but instead I ran from you. Can you forgive me? I focused too much on the material world, and when I met you I realised how shallow my life had become. I'm so fake I cannot truly be myself, except when I've been with you. Other people I know are so judgmental about others, and you are so different to anyone I've ever known before, a breath of fresh air. You're not my usual type, and I normally pick someone superficial, materialistic, maybe a gold digger type, as I feel I only deserve love if I can be a good provider in the material world. My life is so out of balance. I didn't realise this until I met you. My focus has always been work and then family. Your priorities are opposite of mine, which make you happy, and I'm not happy. So yeah, he's coming to these self-realisations now. He's becoming more self-aware. So let's just get some final messages from him. I so desperately want to talk with you, but I just don't know what to say after ghosting you for so long. So yeah, maybe he ghosted you at the beginning. How can someone like you love someone like me? I don't feel deserving of your love. So again, it's his self-esteem issues coming through. With one smile, so weak at the knees, you took my breath away with just one look. So he was smitten really straight away. I was so instantly consumed by the passionate soul pull, I mistook our connection for pure lust. But after all this time, the desire has just intensified and our lust dies out fast. So initially they thought it was just a lustful connection because you had that really hot, steamy sexual chemistry between you. And that's what all they thought it was. And then they've realised over time that it was more than that. Okay, part 2. So there are your messages. I hope that resonated. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hello, part 3. So you chose this crystal. So how does your DM see the energies of your connection? So we have dreaming, spiritual connection, ego battles, sexual tension. So yeah, I feel your masculine is spending a lot of time dreaming about you. He's aware of this spiritual connection, but he has ego issues. He lets his ego dictate a lot of things in his life, but he does feel this sexual tension between you. Let's just get a final one, actually. Cleaning up their act. So yeah, they are working on cleaning up their act. Hopefully this is, you know, working on getting rid of that ego of theirs. So let's look at the tarot. We have Page of Wands, Page of Coins, Eight of Cups, Judgment, the World, Five of Swords, Four of Wands. Wow. So yeah, he definitely wants to come forward with a passionate message, a passionate offer here. It may not be a very big offer initially because it's just the pages, but it's a start, because I feel with the Eight of Cups he did walk away from this connection, okay, because as we saw, you know, he had an ego issue, and, you know, he was just in his own ego. Maybe you weren't the sort of person he normally goes for, I don't know. But he wants judgment now. He wants judgment in this situation, and he wants to offer the world to you. You know, he wants to share the world, see the world with you by his side. And you did have a lot of, you know, falling outs, disagreements, not seeing eye to eye at the time, because this person has ego issues. But the final card is the Four of Wands, so that is the Twin Flame Union card. So I do feel he wants to come forward, because we've got cleaning up their act. He does want to come forward eventually with this, you know, offer of making a, you know, stable foundation together, building a commitment, building a relationship together. So yeah, he's got regret over walking away. He wants you to have patience with him. He has a fear that you may not wait for him now. But the answer is yes, he does love you, and he does want to be with you. As we saw there, we've got the Page of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Four of Wands. He does want to make that commitment. And we've got springtime here. So maybe by next spring, things will have resolved between you. Or maybe something significant happened this spring. Maybe that was when he walked away from you, and he's doing his inner work right now. Yeah, he's probably numbing himself right now. Maybe he's drinking or doing drugs or something to escape these feelings. You know, this is to do with his ego as well. He let his ego get in the way of his feelings, and he wants you to know he's going to return. He's going to return. His hand is outstretched here. He wants to return for you. Okay? Yeah, he's going to reach out. We've got someone reaches out, text message or phone call, and we've got 8. So I do think in August you're going to get contact from this person, okay? But he was in denial. You know, he was in denial of any feelings for you or any connection. And again, like, it's the ego that got in the way there. And he's realised he's missing you. You know, he does want to be with you, to connect with you. And he did a runner, you know, he did a run on you because he allowed his ego to take over. And maybe you did connect intimately, and he wants you to know your body does things to him. Making love to you is paradise. So yeah, he misses that. And he wonders, do you feel this connection between you and him, you know? Is it all in his head, he's wondering. But there were other people affecting the connection, you know, he let other people get affected, basically. He had an ego issue. Maybe he had lots of other women that he was talking to. Maybe he was just busy socialising, work matters, you know, family situations, everything else apart from you. But he wants you to know it's love, sweet love, you know, sweet, sweet love with you. And he had that tower moment, you know, he had that tower moment come in, which shook up his world, and it's made him realise what you actually do mean to him. He's a very stubborn person, you know, he was very set in his ways, very rigid, you know, but he's working on these issues. Yeah, and we saw that before, you know, numbing behaviour, addictions, you know, he's got to work on these issues. But he is looking forward, he has hope in his heart, and he's being positive about the future. So what does he want to say? I cannot get you off my mind, no matter how much I try. Whisper in my ear, what are you feeling right now? I have a lot going on in my life at the moment. There are financial challenges for me. I long to be with you once more and hold you in my arms and tell you how much I love you, but I'm scared to come forward at the moment. I'm going through a divorce separation from my karmic partner, and it's taking longer than I thought. The truth is, I love you. I realise now I've hurt you, and I'm so sorry I've hurt myself. So yeah, I mean, he let his ego control the situation, and he's come to this realisation of how much you mean to him now. Okay? So he's doing that work needed at this time. So let's just get a final few messages for you. Wow, I bought you an engagement ring and I've been keeping it for the perfect time. Will you reject me if I ask for another chance to prove myself? I worry there are others who love you and can offer you more than I can. I'm working out how I can clear this negative karma between us. Your face is the most beautiful face I've ever seen in my life. The first time I saw you, I knew I wanted to see that face every day of my life. I'm working on being the best version of myself because the old me wasn't good enough for you. So that's beautiful. So they're realising that they needed a bit of work on themselves, okay? And, you know, that confirms this message, cleaning up their act. And they were dealing with addictions and things like that. So it's all positive, okay? So there your messages, pile 3. I hope that resonated. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Many blessings.